Now today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating the Dream Journal interior. So to do that, let's go back over here to Canva so we can go back to the original area. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is go over here to Customize Size. We're going to go here to Pixels and then hit Inches. We need to do that first before we put anything in. Otherwise, it just makes it really funky. We go 6, then we go by 9, and then we can hit Create Design. And in just a moment, it's going to create that design for me. Now, there's a couple of things we can do here. I think the first thing I want to do is add an element. Well, before we do that, let's just add another page because this is the page I want to work on mostly. So what I'm going to do is going to add an element. We're going to make that a dream catcher. Okay, we go to there. The reason I'm doing that is so that I can have some sort of background. Now we're going to go see all. I want to find a free one for us to use. Now I can choose this one here, which I think could be a beautiful one to use. And I might even turn it around so that it's on an angle. That's good. Now one thing we also want to do is have it, you can do several things with this. You can shrink it up, you can make it bigger. I'm going to leave it as is, but then I'm going to go here to transparency, not animate. I'm going to go here to transparency. And what I'm going to do is drop this right down to maybe like 2%. The reason why I want to do that, or even 3%. The reason I'm doing that is just so that I've got this as a base background. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go here to Design. And I'm going to go here, Dream Journal. Hit Enter, and we'll see what it comes up with. You've got all these different designs you can choose from. Let me just scroll in just a little bit so I can have a better look at what they look like. Oh, this is nice. This is okay. Let's just click on that. And we might send this entire thing to the back. Let's scroll back a little bit. So we've got a bit more room to 100%. There we go. Let's now position this to the back. Okay, because we want to be able to put the dream one all the way to the front. Or, actually, I'm going to go back here. I'm going to click on, actually I might click on this one. Turn that around again. And transparent that up. Because it didn't work very well, it wouldn't let me do it. So let's transparent that up to say 1 or 2%. Just so as you can barely see it. It's going to be like a watermark. 2% is probably enough. 3%, that's fine. So now we have a watermark. And we want to also do some changes here. See how it says Dream Journal there? Let's move that across to the top here. And let's make that a heading. I'm going to now expand on that. Make that bigger. Make that a little bit wider as well. And centralize that. We might bring that across to the middle of the page. Yep, that's about center. And because it was called Sweet Dreams, there we are. We'll just expand that up just so as it can fit on the page. We'll move that into the center. That'll do. Now what I might also do is grab that date, move that across to the left. Do the same for that. Move that over to here. What we're trying to do is we're trying to make it different so that it doesn't match the templates exactly. You need to be able to make some differences and some changes. So right here, I'm just going to click on here. What happened? And I'm just going to go click on this, take it across to where just before the question mark, capitalize the words in the dream. Of course, we can expand that up. Now, you probably just want to leave the lines as they are. That doesn't really matter. Now, with these ones here, for example, go here, click on that. We can duplicate that. Now, the reason I'm doing that is so that I can bring it underneath here. I'm also going to centralize it so it makes it easier. So it's going to say, what's sleep? And I'm now going to also shrink that down to maybe a font 6 so that it will fit on the page. That's good. Now I'm going to drag that across just a little bit more to the left. That'll be good. Now I'm going to now duplicate that, making sure I don't click on that. There we go. Click over here. Oops, daisy. There we go. So click on that. It's hard to get because it's so small. Okay, so we're going to duplicate that. We're going to grab hold of that and put it beside it right here. And go call this one restless. Just triple click on that. Let's just scroll into the page so we can see a bit more, see what it's like. That's better. Now we've got that one. Let's go duplicate that one. Drag that up to over here. Go broken. As in broken sleep. And we can go Control D. Oops, wrong one. You can duplicate that one. Okay, let's put that in the right spot. So we can now go restful. And then we can go click off it and click back on it again. And we can hit that. And this one here can go deep. That's beautiful. So now you've got these. My interpretation. Okay, so you can change that up as well. Of the dream. My interpretation of the dream. You can also expand that up so that it fits the entire line. There we are. Because you want to make it different. It says vivid imagery. You can even say draw what I saw. That will do. And as you can see, you're changing it up and making it completely different. Interrupted, yes or no. Recurring, yes or no. We can keep those as is. How I feel about my dream. Once again, we can expand that up. And there we have it. That is now completely done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the outside of this. And as I grab the outside of this, I'm going to change the color of this to white. Because we have a black and white page. Now, this is where the fun begins. I'm going to also add a bit of extra text here. Let's go over here to text. I'm going to go heading, grab that, take that up to the top, to about there. And say, I might even shrink it down just a little bit. So I think that font's just a bit too big. 22 or 20 will do. This, oops, get rid of the capital locks on it. This Sweet Dreams Journal, hit enter, belongs to, and then we're going to go over here to the element section, grab a line, and we're going to leave that there for a minute. We're going to go back to the text. We're going to go grab a subheading. We're going to grab the subheading, bring that over here, put it above the line, and go name. And we can get this, and we can just expand it up just enough to make sure that it is big enough. There we are. So we now have that directly as there. So it's beautiful. So name, the Sweet Dream Journal belongs to the name, and then we have it. Now, what else we need to do? Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy over the top of all of this, because I'm going to need to copy this for a future step. So now just go Control C or right click copy. Now we have it. Good. Now what I also want to do is I want to be able to duplicate this page. There we are. Now what I want to do is go down here to the grid, and by holding down the Control key, click it on one and then click on the next one. What I want to do is Control D, which will duplicate these. And I'm going to duplicate these a couple more times till I have 10. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is hold down that. And I want to hold down that so that I can hold down the Control key so that I can actually highlight all of these. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now all I have to do is hit Control D, and that will then be able to create it on all these different lines. Now, I don't know how many this is going to be allowing me to have, because I find that sometimes when I get around about the 280, 290, 300 mark, it starts spinning the dummy and telling me I can't do anymore because it starts to autosave. And once it begins to autosave, it begins to glitch out on me and have a few issues. So let's just hope I can keep going till I have enough to be able to get 365. I can't guarantee that. We'll have a look. Let's see how I go. Okay, so it looks like I've gotten the maximum amount I can do. Close. Okay, so 291 so far. That's okay, because I will show you what I want to do next. So 291, even though it's 365 days, and we're taking this up to 370. If you watched yesterday's video, you'll be able to see I took it up. I had the back spine and the book cover base for a 370-day journal, and I explain why I do that in that particular video. All right, so that has now gone over to that. What we're planning on doing here is downloading this as a PDF print. Now, the reason we want to do that is so that we can save it on our desktop. Okay, so what we're going to do is go over here to share. Now we're going to go here to download. Oh, something went wrong. Please try again. Oh, that's okay. What we can do is we can now refresh the page, and it'll come back quite nicely. There we are. If you want to make sure that you've still got everything there, you can do that. And in just a second, you'll see that it's going to give us the 291 pages. Oops. Oh, it's dropped it down to, let me see if I can add a few more. Holding down the control key. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's go Control D. Maybe we can get some more. Oh, it did let us do more. Beautiful. Control D. Maybe I can take it to where I want it. Hopefully, I might be able to take this up to 365. Oh, be good if I can. Okay. Close. That's great. Okay, so 291. That's awesome. So we go share, download. That's okay. Refresh the page. It does have a bit of a funky thing when you go that many pages. It doesn't particularly like it, but that's all right. We can always work it out from there. Wait for it to go down, see how many it's going to let us have. 281. That's great. Okay, so hit there. Go download. Now over here, make sure you change this part. Go over here to PDF print and hit download. And we're going to download this onto my desktop. Now, one other thing I need to do is go over here. We want to make sure, because this was 281, but we're making a 370-page book. So 370 minus 281 equals 89 pages. So we need to create another 89 pages. So shrink that down. And as you can see, it's still downloading. And I'll just pause the video until it's finished downloading. Okay, well, I'm just going to download this onto my desktop. And in just a moment, it will come up here and I will be able to show you what it looks like. All right, and there we have it. So as we scroll down, 281 pages. That's great. So what we want to do now is get rid of that. Let's go back over here. And what we want to do is recreate this on a different page. This is why I remember how I got you to copy it last time? Here's why. I'm just going to make sure that I'm going to do it correctly so that it's all okay. Oops, I just realized that wasn't central. Oh, where it was, I'll leave it where it was. Control Z. So I'm just going to copy this entire page, all the content here. Right click and copy, or Control C. Now we're going to go over here, hit Canva. We're going to start again. I'm going to leave that one as is. We're going to go over here to custom size, 6:9. If it already comes up there, we can choose that. Now we're going to go back over here, click on this page just here, and go Control V. It's now literally put everything onto that page, exactly how you want it. Now, we're going to duplicate this page, and we're going to do this 10 times. Let's now go over to the grid section so we can actually have a proper look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to highlight over the top of all of these and go Control D. And we'll just do this for, how many was it again? 89 times. So we'll do it up to 90, then we'll delete one. I'll pause the video until I'm finished. Okay, so now we're back. What I'm going to do, we have 89 there. So I'm just going to go here, take it off the grid, and we're down at the very bottom. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of all of this content here. Delete that. And we're going to do that for the next 5 pages. You might be thinking, why do I want to do that? Well, I'm going to be turning these into note pages. And then we have our 5 pages removed. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, beautiful. So what I'm now going to do is I'm now going to call this one Sweet Dreams Journal 2. Actually, I'm going to go number 2, so I can see it on my screen. 2 Sweet Dreams Journal. That was better. Go share. Now, remembering when we go hit download, we need to make this a PDF print. And we're now going to be going download because we want to be able to download the entire thing. Now, you can, if you want to, for the first couple, make one go over to the left and one go over to the right, and make sure that you've got it in the correct order so that it's going to be where the fold of the paper is, where the fold of the book is. You might want to make the one on the left-hand side more to the left, the right-hand side more to the right, so that the crease is taken care of. You can do that if you want to. I'm not going to worry about it in this particular case. Leave it there because it's got a fairly wide margin anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it too much because of that wide margin. Okay, so I've got those there. What I'm going to do is go over here to merge PDF 24 tools, and I'm going to leave a link for this one in the description down below. It's completely free, and as you can see, it says free, online, no limits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these 2, and then we're going to take those across to here, and we're going to plant them straight in there. Hopefully it puts it in order for me. It did happen to do it correctly this time. In a moment or two, it will upload these, and then once they finish uploading, we can then download this as a single PDF file. I'm just going to pause the video until it's finished. Okay, well, that took a few minutes, but that's okay. All we now need to do is now hit merge, and what that will do, it'll actually merge the two together, and all you have to do is then hit download. Now I'm going to download this one here as completed Sweet Dreams. That will do. And then I'm just going to hit, because I'm keeping it on my desktop, let's just hit save. And there we have it. In just a moment, I'm going to click on it just to show you that it really is the full thing. Wait for it to come up, and then we'll be right. I'll be right back. I'm just going to pause the video until it's finished downloading, because it's a rather large file. Okay, so as you can see, this is page 1 of 370. And it has merged it beautifully. And you can go down and have a quick look at this, and you can see how beautifully this has merged it. All the way down to 365 pages plus. And as you can see, there is a very, very, very faint watermark of a dream catcher just there. And that dream catcher can be hidden in there. And the best part about that, it makes it completely unique to you. And this is 100% yours. And this is how you completely make a plagiarism-free interior for your dream journal. All right, guys. If you got some value out of this video, have you smash the like button as well as subscribe, and also hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we upload more videos. Hey, while you're at it, why not consider sharing, and also leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of this method of creating the Amazon KDP low content dream journal in Canva. Also, to let you know that right here is a video I believe you might like. Down here is a video YouTube thinks you might like. And right here, well, that's an image of my head, and if you click on that, you will be able to subscribe. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.